Hey, in advance, I apologize for the casualness of this video. My camera is not charged, but I wanted to get this information over to you. Here's the what's in it for me for sales consultants to provide an overview or introduction to the service department. We know that Nissan did a study. They know that 74% of the customers who buy a vehicle at your dealership and have it serviced at your dealership will buy their next car from you. NADA did a study like that a few years ago, and they found it was 51%. So for this particular equation, I'm going to use 50% because it's a round number. It's easier for me to use. So write this one up on the board. You circle it. What is the average trade cycle? How often do people trade their cars in? Most people will say it's about 3 years. Nationally, it's about 32 to 34 months, somewhere in there. So we're going to use 3 years, okay? Year number one. So you write year number one up on the board and you start with this. You say, let's say I come to your dealership and I sell 20 cars a month. For 12 months, that means I'm going to sell 240 cars for the year. You with me? Simple math, right? So if I'm selling 20 cars a month, how much money am I making? Most will say, I don't know, a lot. Yeah. So let's say I make $10,000 a month for 12 months. That's going to be $120,000 for the year. You with me so far? They'll usually say, yeah. Okay. Year number two, we write that up on the board, draw a line between year number one, year number two, and nothing changes. I still do my 20 a month. You write this down times 12 months. That's 240 a year. And I'm going to make 10 grand a month for 120 for the year, $120,000 for the year. You with me? And everybody will say, oh yeah. Okay. So year number three, you write that one up there, draw another line, and you do the same thing. Okay, so I am selling 20 a month for 240 for the year, and I make 10 grand a month for 120,000, right? Year number four, this is where it gets interesting, okay? In year number four, I do my 20 a month, which means I still do 240, but half of my people, 50%, from year number one are going to come back and buy their next vehicle from me in year number four, which is 360 units for the year. If that same math applies to income, I'm going to now go from $120,000, take 50% of my income from year number one, which is 60 grand. That means I'm going to make $180,000 for that in year number four. Now, this isn't funny math. It works. Matter of fact, I learned this from a sales consultant. There are two caveats. One, you have to have every one of your customers using your service department. Where does that start? It starts with the customer knowing that your service department is there and having confidence in the service department's ability, meaning you have to build value in it, and they have to know what to expect before they arrive. But it doesn't stop there. For a sales consultant, it's best for you to actually call the customer, schedule the appointment before they leave, and then call them 10 days before that first appointment is due. If the customer doesn't come in for their first one, what motivation do they have to come in for their second one? Zero. How about their third one? Zero. You lose the customer. The other caveat is that you have to be working here in 4 years. So when you start thinking about the investment that you make up front, this is huge. But if you don't do it, you'll never realize it. So that's how the math works. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, 720-785-3465. Make it a great day, gang. Bye.